G'day guys. Okay, so these little wedges, they are leftover bits from a layout that I did a couple of weeks ago, and you know, they're cut out, they're perfect, they're cute little wedges, and I've got to say I didn't want to waste them, so today I'm going to use them as a basis for a layout. Now, I pulled out, these little tubs have got my shavings from my distress watercolor pencils in them. And whenever you sharpen one of those woodless pencils from and I mean, I'm not sure about other woodless pencils. I only have the distress ones, but it is pigmented, big time pigmented. So you don't throw out those pencil shavings. You keep them, and I've got some shaved sitting in those little containers that I can access as much as I want, and they're ready to go. I don't have to sort of sit and sharpen or think about it. And as you can see here, you can see how easily they just dissolve into color goodness. I absolutely love them. I've used Shaded Lilac, Villainous Potion, Seedless Preserves, is it Spun Sugar? I think it was Spun Sugar or Tattered Rose, and Picked Raspberry. They're the pencils that I used, and all I'm doing is super duper simple, just dumping these in the color so they turn into yummy bits of colory goodness. I love these colors. So as you can see, super pigmented. Now, I was not going to waste all that pigment that was on my mat. I'm going to smoosh and smush and create, you know, I mean, I'm not going to use it all, but it's super pigmented. Like you saw that I could have used half the amount of pigment and it totally would have worked. So sat those to the side to dry while I went and had dinner and picked up Jen from gymnastics, all that sort of stuff. And I came back. I actually came back in. It was actually at night time I was using this, doing this layout. And I've just run around the edges. This is something I've been playing with a little bit lately, you may have noticed. I have this Ecoline pen, and it's black, it's a brush marker, it's really good, it's nice and dark, not like it's jet black, like it's not super transparent. Anyway, I decided to run it around the edge of each little wedge, and you can see that I've got some glitter cardstock there. That is the cardstock from KMART, believe it or not. And I was going to glue these wedges down flat, and then I realized, you know what, I might add a bit of dimension to this. So I pulled out my sticky strips. These little guys, if you want to know where I get them from, over in the Facebook group, I've got it pinned at the top. I buy these from eBay. They do take their merry old time arriving, but that's okay. I always make sure I order them before I'm even close to running out. So, which reminds me, I need to put in an order because I need some more thicker ones. So, yeah. Let me see what else. Now, okay, so I'm just adding the foam tape, and then I'm putting it onto the glitter cardstock. That way I've got that little bit of height between the glitter and the actual wedge. I thought that was something different. I haven't done that in a while. And yeah, so I'm just sticking all these down. I don't make you watch all of this because, well, it's like watching paint dry. Pretty boring. So I'm just showing you that when I go to turn around a corner on one of these wedges, I just peel the backing off, and then you can bend those strips perfectly around a circle, whatever, and it's exactly where you want it. So here's my messy layout, my messy mixed media-y pencil goodness background with all those colours mixed together, because they are analogous colors, I want to say. I'm not sure if they are, but I'm pretty sure they are. They all work together, so they're all next to each other on the color wheel. So because of that, I didn't end up with mud by smooshing them. If I had had blue and orange, I would have had, guaranteed, hands down, mud. That's what would have been created. So they go really well. Now, this photo that I'm scrapbooking is actually a little bit funny. Ange used to have this little look on her face, and she would dead set, she would frown and she would just pout like the best of them. And it was quite hilarious. And this particular day, I managed to snap a photo of her doing it, and I wanted to scrap it. So I've had a few people ask me, do I scrap chronologically? How do I choose my photos for my layouts? All that sort of thing. I scrap what grabs my attention at the time. Sometimes I scrap seasonally, which I am doing quite a few, doing a couple of layouts in October for Halloween, just to give you some different ideas, different ways you can Halloween up your pages a little bit. Even though we don't really celebrate Halloween here, my kids are always good sports, and they jump on the Snapchat app and they take some crazy photos for me, which is really good. We have dressed up in the past, and I've done the kids' makeup and stuff in the past, but they're not really up for it anymore. So I went around. So I've put the glitter cardstock behind my wedges, and I've also put it behind my photo. Then I wanted to bring in a point of difference with my border. So I didn't want it to just be a square border, like inking it or whatever else. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to just make it a little bit different. So I pulled out this is a border punch. It's Scrap Benny's is the brand, and it was, let me think, I think it's called DOILY, small DOILY, I think it's called. And I bought this ages ago. So if you're looking for a punch that's similar to this, look for a DOILY punch. So yeah. Now I am going through and punching both sides. I do prefer the look of that. It's kind of giving me more of a border vibe. So I went through and I punched all of those. Didn't make you watch it all the way through. And I love how this looks. Once it goes down and I curve off those corners, it looks super cute. I love it. And it suits Ange because she's never really been a floofy girl, with all the flowers and all that sort of bizzo. But, yeah. Now, I don't even think I've done this on my channel before. I used to do it all the time in my junk journals, but basically freestyling a title. And what I wanted to also do here to show you guys is you don't always have to have thickers. You don't always have to have letter stickers, or even if you don't have a Cricut or you don't have a die or a die cutting machine, there is still ways you can get a really good title on your page. Now watch the process here. I went through with pencil first just to sort of plan out where I was going. It was a fail because it's on top of the distress watercolor pencil, so I couldn't rub it out very well. That's okay. I made it work. Now you can see that I'm writing, it's not straight, it's not even. Some letters are going above, like quite long. That word there was kind of my undoing. I probably should have, hindsight, I should have moved this title down ever so slightly and put showing underneath the photo. If I had have done that, I would have been much happier with it. However, I haven't done a title like this in well over 12 months, quite a while. So I came through with my finer black POSCA paint pen, and now I'm going through with my, what's it called? It is a POSCA.com PC3M. It is 0.9 to 1.3 bullet tip black pen. And all I'm doing here, now, all I'm doing is thickening each letter, and at the top and the bottom of a downstroke, I'm basically adding a triangle to a very small one, but when it comes to the entire title, it looks really cool when you put it all together. Now, it's not hard. I actually intentionally didn't do these words on a straight line because I want them to look jumpy. I want them to look attitude, give them a bit of attitude, you know what I mean? So as you can see on that A, see how I extended the stick on it? This hides a multitude of sins. You can be someone that would never do something like this, and this style of writing with a black Posca paint pen, I guarantee you'll be able to do this. So then what I did is I pulled out my silver metallic fine Posca paint pen, and I'm doing a drop shadow, right? This time on my drop shadow, I've got my light source coming from the top right, and hence I'm doing the metallic shadow I'm doing on the bottom left. It makes no difference if you do it on the left or the right. It is totally fine. Just be consistent through your entire image. Now, you may notice that there is a spelling mistake on here. And Sue, if you're watching, there is a spelling mistake. Don't you worry. I fix it. I actually fixed it before I took my photos and before I did anything else. Now, the title reads, I'm not being grumpy. I'm just showing off my sassy side. Off. Not of my showing of my sassy side. It's off. Don't panic. It's okay. As you can see, I've got a lot of space there, so I could squeeze another F in there and it wasn't a problem. Now, I did decide that I wanted to go around the very outside edge. You could use ink to do this. You could do what I'm doing here and use a Posca paint pen, and that's literally when it died. So I had to call time of death on it. Then I had to prime another pen. When you're priming a Posca paint pen, all you do is press the tip in and wait. Don't pounce it up and down. Just press it down once and hold it, and it will work. It will come to you. Don't panic. Now, you can see me doing this. I now put black paint everywhere. I was dragging through some thick distress watercolor pencil. So because it was a little bit thicker, my pen wasn't very happy about it. So I made sure at the end of this, I actually went ahead and cleaned my Posca paint pen perfectly and made sure the paint was still coming out of it to sort of flush it out, if that makes sense. And then I won't have an issue with it. This is my metallic silver Uniball pen. I got a silver one, I got a gold one, and I got a fine gold one. It's a Uniball Signo broad pen. This is pigment ink. That's why it's sitting on top. It's not soaking in. It's sitting on top of my layout and it's allowing the metallic to shine. So if that's a quality that you like and enjoy seeing on your own layouts, grab yourself one of these pens because it is awesome. Now, all of that being said, I would love to take this opportunity to plug my little channel. I'm trying to reach, see, I fixed the F. I'm trying to reach 2,000 subscribers by Christmas time. I've nearly cracked 1,800. So I am really, really hoping that I can, this is just a silly goal that I've made for myself. Obviously what is more important is views and that you're getting value from my videos, but it's just a little thing that I wanted to sort of challenge myself a little bit, I suppose. So let me know below in the comment section, do you like this? Did you get some value from this video? Did you learn something that maybe you haven't done before that you would like to try, that maybe you want me to do a little bit more of to show it on a different layout maybe, or a different structured layout, something like that? Let me know below, and I will endeavor to, over the next few weeks, create something that you are asking for, rather than just what I'm creating. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will chat to you again real soon. Bye for now.